spine and
work.
just start
Just
sucking on it.
cut him open and start suckling on that spine, bro.
You know, we
Dude, hold on. Sucking on that spine, bro. That's the weirdest way to
You're
talk
saying
about
like you're
that
drinking it like
activity.
Kool-Aid, dude. What the
Whoa.
fuck?
Oh my god. Yamate.
Guys, it's time for the rumbling. Because now we are live.
Rumbling. I'm coming.
literally-
Rumbling. Like, Brad.
Beware! They're coming for you.
Coming for you. Coming on you.
All I wanna do is do the right thing. Never wanna do thing.
So anyway.
We are live,
Alright.
so who wants to start us off with the intro?
That's the
Yeah.
intro.
That's about it.
These episodes sucked, man. These episodes fucking blew.
Episodes.
Let me
Episodes
pull
of
up the
what?
numbers. Can't even remember.
Of
What was it, like 81, 82?
I'm checking.
Uh,
I don't know, because my thing keeps saying that it wants to go to season 6, and I'm like, I don't know.
episode 81,
stuff.
82
oh wow.
of Attack on Titan, the final season, part 2.
The Revengeance.
Yeah. Thaw and
The
Sunset.
Insurgents.
Yeah. So Mitch's face definitely
There you go.
describes, I imagine, everyone's feelings of these last two episodes.
That's really good quality. Wow. That's
I want
really
that
good.
picture. Can you send me that? The other one too.
That's gotta be your new profile picture.
Yeah, dude, I'll do it. I don't give a shit.
I believe that. So, I guess, I mean, since there was kind of so little that happened, I know we usually go chronologically, but if we want, Mitch, you can just kind of start by telling us the things that you wanted to talk about, and then we can see if there's anything else that we want to talk about.
Well, it's like we get to this point where the fucking giant, like, cataclysmic event finally starts, and we're like, fuck yeah, dude.
Oh, are you
Shit's
talking
about to
about the-
go down.
That?
What was it?
Are you talking about
What's up?
that thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm
Yeah,
talking
but
about
we
the
know that that's
rumbling.
not what you're interested in.
Yeah, we're interested
Coming?
in fucking, fixing the
Not right now.
drama between Gabby and this blonde chick. I already forgot her name. Does anyone remember her name?
Kaya.
Who?
Sure.
Kaya, I'm pretty sure.
Who? Not important? Okay.
Cadillac.
Okay, so the three things I wanted to talk about, the only three things I enjoyed from these two episodes was one, I think Gabby hard carried episode 1 just by that one scene where she killed the Titan.
And that's why it's the backdrop for this episode. Of
Yeah.
this episode.
Like that scene hard carried episode 1.
So, you know what?
She's such a good
Congrats,
character.
Gabby. You did something.
She's
That-
such a good
you
character.
earned that.
I don't understand why you
Enjoy
guys don't
it.
like her.
You think? Wait, okay, so maybe I have it mixed up, but in that first episode,
Of this episode.
weren't they at the tower? They were defending the tower, right?
Yeah, but
that was
was-
just so like that was like, yeah, let's play some upbeat like hip.
well, that
music
was
while
like
they're killing
the
Titans,
original
it's like,
music from the first
What
season.
the fuck is
It was a throwback to like how they actually like fought the Titans
I don't know,
earlier
man.
like, in the first
It
two
was
seasons.
such like it felt so out of place. It was like, oh, this dark. Also, too, did you guys realize that like both episodes had like this really like weird red like tint to them, and like they're like dark?
Yeah, it's like there's a giant rumbling going on in the background.
That's
Doesn't
probably
they just play like,
The whole world's on fire.
bro? I just did not enjoy these episodes. At
Yeah,
all.
I love the whole like Titan killing scenes, They're really well animated, and they definitely throw back to the original season where it's playing like the really upbeat music. It's pretty much the same exact tracks that they were playing, and it really just shows how far the scout regiment, or whatever you call the military in the wall, has come, because now they're using like javelins to just easily take out Titans, just blowing them up left and right. Like I don't think we saw a single casualty when it came to fighting those Titans. So it's kind of
Well,
crazy.
it shows you too that like it's kind of it kind of had the Walking Dead effect to me, where like season 1 of The Walking Dead, the biggest threat was zombies, the walkers. You were like, but then like season 7, they literally weren't even a threat anymore. The Titans aren't even a threat anymore to our main characters. Like, they just
The
kill
other
them like
people.
they're just fodder villains. So, but
Mhm.
I guess like Trav said, that is just showing
It just shows
like
how the far
character
they've
growth.
come. Yeah.
Yeah.
Before, like, fighting a bunch of Titans was like, this is impossible. But now they have the gear and just the
Fighting
weaponry to
one
do it.
fighting one Titan was impossible in the beginning of the series.
Hmm. Especially mixed in with all those abnormals, too. They definitely had they were well positioned. They had enough ordnance to take out pretty much all those Titans. And they had that uh, drill instructor come back and, we
Yeah.
finally get to see him in action for, like, one scene.
Yeah.
Before he's like, no, I'm just kidding. I'm fucked. Okay. This whole military, I'm fucked. So, yeah, we just have all this like political stuff that's going on right now, where the Jaegerists are pretty much taking over the what was their names? What's the other faction's name? The Restorer people. Forgot what they were called.
Restorationists, I think. Maybe.
Okay.
I don't
So
know.
not important.
Well,
Black suits.
That
The
that
volunteers, right?
volunteers, yeah. Well, the volunteers is the part I wanted to talk, and the other part I liked. I really liked Flock, or I think that's his name.
Floch.
Flock, right? Floch, whatever his name is.
Yeah, it's
I
Floch.
like that scene a lot, like, because if he's not lying, that
Roach.
he's the only one that Aaron actually trusted with the truth and his plan, and he's carrying out. I don't know. I just like that plan. I liked him like pushing Jean into like trying to break his character, because to try and go back to where he was in season 1, like tell him that it's over, you can relax now, you don't have to fight so hard. But I don't think Jean's gonna break. So, I just like that scene a lot. I think Flock, or Floch, whatever the fuck his name is,
Yeah, Floss.
he's kind of a character that just
Roach.
took like a
Yeah.
character that I didn't even know the name of until this episode,
But
And
this
then-
episode.
and then it kind of like quickly became one of my favorite characters.
I was
like,
just
in
more
just that
surprised
scene.
how he survived the start of the rumbling,
Mhm.
I saw a meme on Twitter where it was like, Floach is like that is the 1% of germs that or 1% of bacteria that the wipes won't kill.
That's so
'Cause he sur-
perfect. Yeah, he survived the
he
beast.
survived the Beast Titan when Irwin died.
Mm-hmm.
He was the only soldier that survived that. He survived the rumbling. It's like, how the hell is he still alive, bro?
Yeah, he
Sheer
survived.
dumb luck.
Yep, that's Floch. He's just kind of there to be that 1% germ, and
Mhm.
yeah, I don't know. I think Gene's just like, dude, I actually have an out finally. Like, I don't have to
Yeah.
fight anymore, And Floch highlights pretty much the main motivation of all this, and that's the keyword freedom.
Mhm.
But then all that takes a back seat because we gotta catch up with Gabby, and the wooden board with the blonde hair, right? What was her name? Plank.
Oh, Kaya, yeah,
Yeah,
I
Plank.
think that was her name.
Cadillac.
Yeah.
I just like, fuck. I love Gabby, but I just her like that whole fucking character thing. Well, we also forgot to mention that Reiner is like dying. I don't know what the hell
Well-
happened to him. Like he can't heal himself or something.
Well, we find out later that the hardening effects have been taken off because that's
All
what
Titans.
that's what releases all the colossal titans, which means Reiner's armor definitely had a couple holes in it, and that left an opening for some shrapnel or something to pierce him. So he got messed up again. But if there's one thing Reiner is good at, it's losing.
Bro, why can't they just give my boy a dub once in a while, dude?
It's
I love
Reiner. Why?
It's not in his character.
Because I love Reiner. I just like how he's like. The thing I like about Reiner is he's such a realistic character where he's like, dude, I just want to fucking die. Just let me die. The
Yeah,
world
he
won't
can't even
let
do
me
that.
die.
He loses at dying too. Reiner fucking sucks.
No, dude. there's gonna be a moment where Reiner just does something batshit crazy, and we're all gonna like pog.
Yeah, he dies, and that'll be his one dub of
Maybe-
the
Okay,
series.
all right. I'm
Maybe
gonna
he'll
leave.
actually
I'm gonna
get like
leave.
a
I'm gonna leave.
heroic
That was the
death, like he'll
cringiest. That was
wait.
the cringiest shit I've ever said in my life. I'm gonna fucking. Peace out.
He's gonna be my
Yeah, get out of the way
favorite.
so we can look at the chair again.
All right, Chair. What do you think about Reiner? Oh, he actually closed the door. He fully committed to this bit. Someone distract the chair. He's gonna take over the podcast. Oh,
Dude, don't.
you good down there? The fuck we doing?
Chair?
You okay?
Oh.
Chair. Release the hostages.
Chair, you look different. Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good.
This is our attempt of padding for time because these episodes suck wieners.
That's true.
So, what we talk about Reiner not winning. So, but
We're talking about the effects of the
The-
rumbling being more than just crumbling the walls. It crumbled every type
Hey.
of hardening ability that was involved with the Titans. So
Mhm.
Reiner's ability,
But-
Annie's.
But I guess my question about the hardening, but wouldn't he still be able to heal himself? Isn't that still like?
he's
is
probably
that part of the
exhausted.
hardening?
No, it's part of like his exhaustion too. He's probably
Mm.
exhausted from the battle.
Okay.
Mhm.
You know, and Reiner's healing ability isn't as good as Aaron's,
Yeah. Okay.
and I would imagine Annie's is better because this
Yeah,
is
I guess
where we.
Reiner's-
Go ahead.
Reiner doesn't have to be good because he has the armor. To
Yeah.
protect himself.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably the consequence of having a durable Titan is that
Mhm.
you can't heal as much.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So then we get reintroduced to Annie at the end of this. What was this, 81 we're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, so we can maybe talk about that later. But yeah,
was the Armin and Mikasa scene in 82 or 81?
where they talk about Irwin.
I think 82.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's
80.
82?
That's the next one.
Okay. That was my favorite scene in all the like. I love that scene.
Yeah, that was pretty good. But yeah, then we get well, we're kind of jumping all over the place because we really don't really give a shit about these episodes. So there was like kind of like a debate of what the scouts want to do with Falco. So then Connie's just like, I need to shave my mom. My mom, Connie's mom.
Connie's mom.
Connie's mom.
Connie's mom.
So then there's like, listen, we'll figure out what to do with Falco later. No, I'm gonna do it right now. When there's rumbling, when there's shit going everywhere, you know.
He just kidnaps the kid, bro.
Yeah, instead of helping out everyone else, I'm gonna cure my mommy. Mama.
Yeah, like what's the even point of curing your mom, bro? The world's ending. Like,
Well, I
cares?
mean, everything outside of paradise, yeah.
and Connie's an idiot because Connie knows about the Titan Shifter's curse. He knows that she'll only be alive for what 13 years, anyways.
Yeah, that's better
it's like-
than being stuck as a Titan.
You're just
And I
just bring her
I
back
guess
to life and
that's
just
not-
let her die again.
She's not even middle-aged because I guess they probably don't live that long anymore. But just this middle-aged woman is now going to be carrying the Jaw Titan. Like, what?
Mm-hmm.
It'll turn her into a warrior.
Yeah, she
There-
could
there
plow
was-
Warrior
fields
that's
with her
good,
teeth.
good at laying on her back.
There was just so many things that like didn't make sense in these episodes. It was just
Yes.
like Connie's whole storyline was just like so stupid.
Yeah, it
Didn't make
kind
any
of.
sense.
Yeah, I don't know. This is like the first time Connie's actually like doing something in the entire series, I think. At least I can't really think of like any other scenes where Connie actually has any relevance aside from like saying, "Hey, Sasha's dead." Aaron's like, "Well, what'd she say?" "She just said meat." "Okay, I'm gonna leave this scene now and complain how you were laughing for a little bit because you're losing your fucking mind, Aaron. Bye-bye."
Mm-hmm.
And that's
I
how
think
important Connie
he was
was.
more upset in that scene, wasn't he? Or was that John?
Jean was pissed off. Connie was crying over Sasha's body. Pretty sure.
Yeah, so I mean, he had some kind of reaction, but we're starting to see more where his passion lies, like what his true colors are, giving him some kind of character.
I think either Connie is just not thinking, or he finally just his brain just broke and he's like, I don't care anymore.
With
Don't
all the
care
shit
about the
that's going
consequences of
on
my
right now,
actions.
yeah, he's
Yeah.
getting betrayed by pretty much everyone he he put trust into.
Almost Tristan too.
So now he's just gonna be like, fuck it, I'm gonna make my own choices. I say we just,
That's
you
freedom.
know, there's
You
no
know,
debate
when,
with you guys. We're helping my mom, and everyone else can stuff it.
when Armin and Jean were talking about what they're gonna do with Falco, and we just hear Connie in the background say, "We're gonna feed him to my mom." Okay, I was like, "What the fuck? What did you just say?" And that like, that's the first thing that comes to your mind. Not maybe we should just feed him to like find Levi and feed him to Levi if Levi's still alive, or feed him to someone like feed him to freaking Oro Capone or whatever his name is.
Wait, how is he? How are they gonna feed it to Levi?
Turn Levi into a
It-
type. Oh, yeah, you don't have the serum. Never mind.
What?
Yeah.
Levi's just gonna start eating a fucking little boy.
You see, yeah, you can eat the spinal fluid, or the yeah. you
Yeah,
can.
what is he gonna
Would
do?
that-
Just like bite
would
into
that
his spine and
work?
just start
Just
sucking on it?
cut him open and start suckling on that spine, bro.
Dude, hold on. Sucking on that spine, bro. That's the weirdest way to
He's
talk
saying
about
like you're
that
drinking it like
activity.
Kool-Aid, dude. The
Whoa.
fuck? Yeah.
bro, just start
Jeez.
Well, that-
sucking on some spine.
Well, that gives me a question. Like, could they like
What?
act like just a normal like human form person eat the Titan shifter and get the powers, or was it
Yeah.
exclusively them when they're a
That's how
Titan?
that's how like the daughters of Ymir did it way
Yeah.
back when. So
You're
Ate
right.
her spinal fluid.
That's weird. I guess turning into a Titan is much quicker because
Mhm.
it takes like a couple bites.
Or like, I mean, there's so many ifs. Like I was saying, you could get Historia, but then you'd have to have Historia touch Eren, and there's no way she's gonna get near Eren.
why just hoist her up, hoist her, herself up
You know, I was thinking about this. I don't know why I didn't think about this in the last episode of
of this episode. Damn it. There goes my
But
bit.
do you think Eren and Historia, like, do you think Historia was in the path when she kissed his hand, like Zeke was with him? Do you think she was there with him?
No,
Why not? Why is Zeke there and why was she not there?
because she was questioning why Aaron was, still holding on to her hand.
But like, I guess like, what makes it so Zeke can go, but what makes it so she
Because he's a
can't go?
Titan shifter. That'd be the only difference.
I don't fucking know. I thought it was just royal blood. But...
Or maybe Aaron allowed Zeke to go into the paths with him. Unlike when when Aaron kissed Historia's hand, he just got a glimpse of it. He didn't actually like pull her into it or something.
Well, it's just so hypothetical.
Or maybe Historia is just lying and just be like, dude, I saw this shit coming from fucking day one, man.
That's why I thought.
As soon as I saw your dopey face, I knew some shit was about to go down.
I feel like she might know some shit because we haven't seen her in forever.
Yeah,
I feel like she might know some shit.
yeah.
So was Connie just the only one who had like the gear on, and that's why he was able to fly away with Falco so quick?
No, they all had
Or
gear on.
was he being all secret?
Well, that was before they did like the tower scene where they fought against the Titans. Connie bailed before they fought
didn't go to
against.
catch him because they were
Interrupted
gonna go
by
fight some Titans.
no, they're interrupted by Titans, so they had to
Yeah,
retreat back to the tower, and that's when they fought against all the Titans with the other military members. And cool action, zippy zip zip, making us cutting shit up, then blowing up and stuff. It was cool, and then Pixis gets finally put down, which makes me
Yeah, I thought
wonder.
That scene was super cool. Like, not only was it like a flashback to how everything happened in the first couple of seasons, like back to the good old days. I
Back
don't know
with
if you
the
guys can hear the sirens going on in the background, but
Yeah, tell him to calm
Only
down.
when you're talking.
yeah.
It's all good.
Yeah.
Just
So-
tell him it's not an emergency because we're talking about these episodes and nothing
Yeah, there was
happens
nothing.
here.
There was nothing that exciting going on with these episodes, but no, I think it was like the music was nice. Yeah, it was like I don't know, Mitch. You don't probably think it was very interesting at all, but I thought it was cool to just kind of have like that little montage. Like everyone just kind of fighting off everything, standing up for what they stood up for earlier on, and John kind of like takes a leadership role there. So I think that's kind of what he was working at in the later seasons of Attack on Titan.
Seems
We
like
kind of
that's
see
what
him
his.
take that role, inspire everyone and make sure everyone has their head on straight and can defend the last thing that needs to be protected because everyone was in that tower.
Yeah, that scene made me think of the opening. You guys ever see the opening where they reanimated it to make it seem like Jean was the main character?
Yeah.
That made me think of that because like he was like always Aaron's. I don't know the word I'm looking for, but he was always Aaron's like other, like his rival. So it's like he's finally taking that leadership role and actually doing shit that needs to get done. So I do appreciate that scene for that. But I was just like, it just felt very out of place because like 5 minutes ago it was just like dark and gloomy and people were dying and whatever, and then you just get this fucking dope ass like hyped up music and then just montage of Titans that don't even like the Titans that even weren't even a threat at all.
Yeah,
So
they just headbutted the wall, dude. That you know what it's gonna do to the rate of that building?
how about those cheeks on that boy, dude? He
Yeah.
was caked up.
There was like a whole meme
Yeah, I
with
know.
the cheeks on that
Like
Titan.
I
Like,
like how Mappa can animate ass cheeks on a Titan, but they can't give Aaron anything in the intro.
literally just a
Oh,
freaking
that.
Yeah, he's a bored.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's built like a brick shit house. No ass included.
Brick shit house.
Yep.
Okay, Trev.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cheeto brick.
Yeah.
Ow.
Shit
Boom,
house.
boom.
In my
Copyrighted
belly.
music. We're gonna get a strike.
Guys, we're gonna get copyright. We gotta move on. We gotta move on.
I mean, Connie runs off with Falco. Gabby and Plank from Ed and Eddie, come together finally. Plank forgives.
Together.
Yeah, so
Right.
Gabby has a really cool scene where she 1v1s a Titan and 360 no scopes it right in the mouth and decapitates it. Of course, she's running around with that giant anti Titan rifle, reloads that bitch after shooting it once, and then
bro, right? I like as soon as she did this jump shot with this giant military like artillery fucking gun, it flashed to like the midpoint of the show, and it actually highlighted that weapon. And it's like, yeah, even though this gun is super powerful and can stop a Titan in its tracks by shooting its nape or whatever, it's really impractical to use and carry around. It really limits its user. And here she is doing fucking 360 no scope,
She's like a
shooting it
fucking
through the
11-year-old
mouth.
kid.
Yeah, dude, she needs to drop that fucking gun.
yeah,
No,
I mean,
but she's a warrior candidate, so she's strong.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I'm like,
Yeah,
at least I give it like that much of some leeway because she's been probably through a bunch of vigorous training, so I don't know.
We find out either in this episode or in the next episode that she's killed so many people she doesn't even remember how many people she's killed. She's
Yeah.
like, that's my devil. I've killed so many people just
Yeah.
to get praise, just to become a Marleyan.
Yeah, so then after Gabby 360 no scopes this Titan in the mouth, Plank is on the ground, sees Sasha, the older sister that saved her in the past, and then
Okay.
they kind of reconcile from there.
My dumbass, when I saw that, I dropped my phone. I was like, "What the fuck? She's not dead." Then I realized,
Yeah.
she's just seeing her as Gabby. Okay, or seeing Gabby as her.
Is
But
your,
I was like,
is your phone
I was
okay?
like, what kind of a fucking plot twist is this? We literally watched her die, and that was the biggest plot point of the first part.
Well, you could just say the paths brought her back, right?
Yeah, sure. Aaron was like, "Come eat some meat."
Yeah, I
was
feel
so
bad for
tuned
letting
out
that.
during that point. I didn't even realize that was Sasha.
Yeah, that was young Sasha.
Mm.
We didn't really get to see
it was
older Sasha very much.
It was Sasha from that scene.
Yeah, where
Remember
she saves
in, like,
Plank.
in season 2, right? Where she kills the Titan with a bow and arrow.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and saves Plank from Eddie's, really ravenous schemes. Trying to get the jawbreakers.
What are you
She just did it for the potato.
Yeah. No, that's Ed.
So anyway, there's
I
things that happen with Annie this episode too.
Well, at the end of this episode, it's revealed that Annie is back with us, or just completely sopped on the ground after breaking out of, or after a crystal melting and breaking apart.
Well, we find out because Armin's talking to Gabby, and Gabby tells them about Reiner, and they're like, "Wait,
Yeah.
Reiner's hardening
We've already
went off?"
we've already mentioned that all the hardening has gone away.
Yeah,
So
but we didn't mention how they found out about it.
okay.
From Gabby, she's more stuff she does.
Yeah, thank God for Gabby himself.
More or less, she's kind of like.
No,
in
that
this
scene with
position
Gabby
where-
shooting 360 no scope in the time was pretty cool, and I liked the Titan fighting in it, but everything else was just kind of there, you know.
Gabby's the best character in this season. Besides
Gabby-
Aaron, Gabby's the best character in the show right now.
Gabby right now is kind of in this
No, it's Connie.
position where she isn't really like obsessed with revenge anymore. Like she just wants Falco, and she doesn't really care about
Yeah.
like
What do those
being
sirens
involved with
think?
anything.
Those
Yeah, dude,
sirens
they don't
agree with
fucking stop.
Gotta start asking Yusuf for the
They're,
track.
they're like ready for some
before.
action to happen in Attack on Titan, and it's just not happening. So they're sticking around.
I feel like we're gonna get a lot more boring episodes to come too.
Well,
don't know why.
they keep blue balling us too because they like show like the Titans like walking and like the entire horde just walking, and you hear all the thuds in the background, and it's like, oh dude, this sounds so cool. Look at all these colossal Titans, they're gonna fuck shit up. We didn't even see Aaron these last 2 episodes at all. We just see colossal Titans walking for like a couple frames, and then we skip to the other, mindless thing that we're talking about.
We did see him in the very beginning, not like him repeating his message, but you saw him in like that weird freaking like skeleton thing leading the
Skeleton
pack.
whale.
Yeah. I don't know, that thing's just weird, man.
It's thick.
That's the founder.
I guess it's supposed to be like that weird, creature thing that first like hooked on to Ymir, and then it's just like a big skeleton version. But all I see is a big old freaking like skeleton whale,
Yeah,
and then all I can think about is Waylord, and I'm like, so it's Waylord.
it's Aaron's version of the founder.
I just see it as a worm.
It just reminds me of that one dude who got like super desperate. I think it was maybe at the end of season 2 or something.
Rod Reese.
He just licked the serum, and he just
Beginning of
transformed into
season-
like this lanky thing.
Yeah, beginning of season 3.
Yeah.
The founder is the biggest Titan, and Aaron's is by far the biggest. I think. I don't know.
Yeah, it's pretty thick. Man,
So that's pretty much all for 81, right?
yeah, I mean, yeah, that's all we still have 81, and then we start 82 with what? Like,
The Hitch stuff, right?
who the hell is Hitch? Was she the one with like
I-
the bowl
me
cut
too.
dude?
I
That
had
got
no idea
captured?
who Hitch was, but apparently she was part of their group from season 1. She was apparently part of their basic training group, season 1.
Because I thought Hitch was the girl that was with the one bowl cut guy that wanted to join the scouts or he wanted to like fix
Marco?
Marco? Was that his name?
Marco's the guy that died, and it was
No, he dies in the charge against the Beast Titan. He was the one in like the what's the fucking regiment that chills in like the inner wall?
the MPs.
Yeah, like he wanted to like fix the MPs, and then he saw like the first taste of Titans and stuff. And then him and Hitch pretty much surrendered to the scouts. And then the dude, I guess, became a scout and died fighting against the Beast Titan. I don't remember his name though. At least that's where I think Hitch came from, because those two were close. And I guess
trying to look up
Hitch went back
pictures
to
of-
being an MP.
Pictures of her. Oh yeah, you're right. It was the guy with the bull. I don't remember this guy at all.
I liked him, and I was sad when he died. I don't remember his name though, so I guess that shows how much I care about him.
Yeah.
I had to look up pictures of that Rod Reese person.
It was-
and
it
all I
was,
can think about is Calamity Ganon.
It was Marlowe.
Marlowe. Okay. You see, I knew it had an M, but I knew Marco was the one that was important for Gene.
But
No,
I'm
I just-
confused. Wait, so I'm confused how Annie knew who she was. Was she part of their like training group when they were all
Annie was
new
a
recruits?
Annie was an MP, wasn't she?
Yeah, she started out that way.
Oh,
Or
Annie
she,
was
like,
an MP.
switched at some point.
Okay.
Yeah, they were
I
all
thought she
part
was
in
a
the same
scout.
school, I imagine. No,
Oh.
she wasn't. She was like, "Fuck that shit. You guys can go do that. I'm gonna go chill inside of the wall," because she really
Okay.
had no incentive becoming a scout.
That makes sense.
I think that's how she was able to catch the Scott regimen by surprise when she actually transformed and they had that huge fight scene in the first season.
Yeah. Okay.
Hmm. Yeah.
Makes
So
sense.
yeah, Hitches makes a return in the season, and everyone is trying to remember who the hell Hitch is. And then we get a little back and forth between her and Annie. Like, then they start talking about the good old days. You know, she's pretty much holding Annie's holding like the entire building and all the people in it hostage because she already cut herself, so she can transform into a Titan pretty much anytime. Or,
Mhm.
yeah, it's a good
Maybe,
fake,
maybe not.
but you
She
know,
doesn't have enough
Hitch
energy.
Hitch isn't dumb enough to risk it because if she can, well, she's dead and pretty much everyone else is gonna die. So she's doing what's best for everyone around her, and she's like, rumbling's already happening. Who gives a shit anymore, dude? It's over. It's just over. So then we get to
Done.
see Annie's backstory, and
Oh, fucking snooze fest, dude.
really nothing happens in her backstory. She was just abandoned as a baby. She got adopted by some other Eldian that lived in the zone, and he wanted to make his life better, so he was really relentless in training her to become a warrior. But then when she finally became the warrior candidate, he was like, "I changed my mind. I love you and I'll miss you. Ooh, come on to me and shave. Ooh."
I don't understand.
And then
Annie's-
yeah,
Why the fuck does she like have any affection towards this guy who took her in and then just beat the fuck out of her for years and abused her for years and forced her to train? And then now she's like, I have to get back to him. He's my only goal to get back to. It's like, what? Why?
I mean,
What?
I'm assuming it's because this is like the father figure is like the first like
Person that actually cared about her.
that showed
That's the
any
only
sort
thing
of
that
love
she
towards
had,
her.
her own,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Yeah.
her own like flesh and blood, for lack of a bet, like a legitimate family member, because she acknowledged that he thought of her as his daughter. So that's her dad for all intents and purposes.
Yeah.
She doesn't have anybody else.
I mean,
Yeah.
it couldn't have been. It could have been like super terrible. I'm sure they had like plenty of okay moments together. You know, it probably wasn't like, yeah, he chained me up in a basement and kept whipping me kind of shit. You know, it was probably like, all right, chilling by the dinner table, like, hey, you're gonna be a warrior candidate, you sack of shit. You know.
But then there were scenes of him beating the fuck out of her.
Yeah, I'm not saying it was all fucking roses and dandies, dude. I'm saying there's probably some fucking petals in there somewhere.
But then I have another question about Annie. So, she's been hardened for 4 years. Could she, at any point, if she wanted to, unharden herself? Stuck in until Aaron released her. Was she
It
stuck or?
certainly sounded like she was stuck. to a
Sounded like
degree.
she was stuck, yeah, because
Okay.
she
I don't know.
well, she never,
Well, 'cause
mentioned
it-
that she had the ability to click out of it whenever she wanted to. She never
But-
stated that.
It wouldn't have made sense for her to click out because then she would have been, like, she was all under 24 hours.
She
surveillance.
never had an opportunity, so
Yeah.
that could have been a factor of it, or yeah, she just doesn't have the ability to it. She had to commit to
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, just the reason that I think that part of me thinks that she could have got out of it herself was that, like, how did she even get into it in the first place? Like, she had to have some kind of control over that. So just so she can,
Well,
like,
for me, I
harden
thought
herself from hurting
For
herself.
me, I thought she was stuck in it because she was kind of pseudo unconscious, meaning she can hear, but she can't really see shit that's going on around her. So you can't really use your powers if you're not like fully conscious or anything like that.
Man,
in
that's
this anime, you can't do it if you're not conscious. Mitch. Yeah, I think that her getting locked into the crystal ball was more of like a survival instinct type thing.
Well, to avoid
and I don't
capture
think that-
too.
I don't think it was much of like a conscious effort on her part. I think that her instincts just kicked in, and that's what she decided she needed to do to survive. And then I think that since then she has not been in control to get out. Because I want to think that in the course of the 4 years, especially if she was like listening to Armin and like figuring out that he ate Bertold and like is kind of cute on her a little bit, I imagine that came out at some point, that she would have dropped it at some point and not waited all of this time, probably. But
I mean,
Maybe I'm wrong. I don't think that it was up to her to pop out of the crystal ball. I think that it just happened because of Aaron.
well, yeah, that's how she was released. It's because of Aaron.
But I'm saying I don't think that she could.
Oh,
Oh, bye, Josh.
bye, Josh.
Yeah.
Josh, snap out of it. Come back to us. Josh,
Use the shield.
Josh.
Oh,
Where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
Fix yourself.
I don't think that she was in control. I can hear all of you. I could hear you all this entire time. Am
Dude,
I
you've
back
been
now?
like, holy shit, dude. You're like Frozone, dude.
It's the wrong superhero.
What? They had stars on them, right?
No.
I don't know. Fat check me.
Did they fat check you?
Yeah.
Fat check me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, bro. Okay, bro.
Yep. Check my
Am I
BMI.
back now? At least, am I good? Am I?
Is Josh still
Yes,
talking?
You guys hear Josh?
I refuse to do this 2 weeks in a row. I'm just gonna not acknowledge you.
Bruh. Look
guys, if you do this, he's not gonna make the thumbnail. Okay, let's not do this.
What? All right. So Annie tells her backstory, and well, she's completely caught up with all the events going on, and she sees the rumbling, and is just like, okay, this is all going down. That's cool and all. And then I don't really know what happens. I know at the end we see a scene with Connie and now awake Falco.
I want to talk
But-
about that scene. 'cause
But
that scene
what
was
is
really
what is the
weird
in
to me.
between? Can someone help me out? I actually don't
Well,
remember.
the one scene I really want to talk about was the Armin and Mikasa scene before Armin's about to leave to go get Falco.
Mm-hmm.
I love that Armin finally had his human moment. He was like, I don't know what the fuck to do. Like, think for yourself for once, Mikasa. Do whatever you want. Like, I don't know how to stop Eren. I don't know how to save Falco. I don't know how to protect all of you. Like, I wish they would have chose Erwin instead of me. And I was like, that was finally some character development for Armin.
Yeah,
Holy crap.
He finally like says it to her face, like who cares about Eren right now? He's not the
Yeah.
only thing that matters. We have all these other things going on. Like we're going to die. Other people are going to die.
Yeah.
He can handle himself for now.
Yeah. No, like, I love that scene of Armin. Like, finally, like, he
I'm
finally.
just gonna tell Connie.
acts
Yeah,
human.
we're not using Falco to bring back your mom.
Yeah.
Enough said. It's over.
And I like how she was like, well, what are you going to do? He's like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to figure it out. I have to do something. Like, I can't just let it happen. He's like, I'm just going to, whatever happens. Like, I love that.
Yeah, it was a great scene.
Armin was great.
Yeah, he definitely.
But-
Well,
Armin
Yeah.
was great, but Mikasa, I was
You
like,
like-
Mikasa, fucking just think for yourself. Have a brain,
Yeah.
man. It's like, do
She's an
something.
Ackerman. She's an Ackerman. She's
Mhm.
waiting for her orders.
Dude, she's pretty much a female Zenitsu. Like
Really,
her
she
body
is.
her
She
body
can't
just
do anything for
reacts.
herself.
yeah.
Except
Yeah.
she's actually bearable to listen to on the screen.
Eren.
I said Zenitsu sucks.
Wait.
Stop,
Please
Mitch.
tell me.
Stop, Mitch. He's gonna freeze again.
Yeah.
Wait, freeze a couple
bring
more
up the
times. We gotta
guns,
make it to
bro.
an hour.
I
Oh,
don't even- I
keep
have a
freezing.
tank top
Keep
under
the
this.
big
You don't
going.
want to tempt me, bro.
Holy shit.
So Armin's like, why don't you go to John? Why don't you go see what he
Yeah.
needs?
Yeah.
What am I supposed to say to him? I don't know.
Just fucking
figure it
figure it
out.
out.
Yeah,
You're a
just-
grown ass woman.
Yeah.
And she's like,
Mikasa, dude.
she's like, Eren. And she turns around at the bench. She's like, my
Scarf.
scarf's gone.
Yeah, where the hell's her scarf, dude? What the fuck?
The one girl took it. I thought it was that Hitch that took it, or some
Oh,
blonde girl. I
Hitch is
thought
in a
took it.
different. Hitch is in a different. Is in Trost. They're all in
Okay,
Shiganshina.
then I thought some blonde girl took it because she was talking to Mikasa
Oh,
about.
it
She's
was
like, "You're not gonna
Yorena.
take it."
Yeah, it was the girl
Yeah,
that
but-
Mikasa saved during the Titan attack.
Or Yorena. What's her name?
Plank 2.
Alright.
Yeah, there are too many ancillary
Paprika?
characters. I don't fucking
It's
know.
hot in Topeka.
Topeka.
Yeah. So those are the three scenes I want to talk about. So.
And then we get introduced to more politics because that's when Floch makes his return, right? And starts kind of doing like a whole like like hooded villain thing, like, hey Jane, come to the bad
Well,
side, you don't have to
Didn't
fight
Floch
anymore.
appear in the last episode,
At the end,
like
I think.
really
This episode?
briefly, right?
Yeah, he was like, hey, you're still alive. wow, Floch, you're still alive. He's like, oh, bitch, right, let's go. I'm Floch, remember me? I fell off the
It
wall
was,
and somehow lived
it's
again.
like
I lived,
it's
bitch.
like that Madara meme with Guy that like unlocks the eighth gate. He's like, you almost killed me. And he just shows up again.
Yeah. It's just yeah, we're getting into like a bunch of this politics between like the Jaegerists and the restore people. Yeah, whatever.
Restrictionist.
The fucking suit jacket guys. The
Men in
it's
Black.
I just don't think we have enough time to like deal with this kind of jargon, you know. It's just there, and Floch, you know, executes somebody that disagrees with him, and he's pretty much saying, hey, submission's better than death, you know, so just submit, you know, fake it.
Because he's talking to all the non-Eldians that are helping them restore their empire, and they're like, but our homelands are gonna get trampled. He's like, well, at least you're not gonna get trampled.
Mm-hmm.
So
At this point, honestly, I don't know who disagrees, and I don't know what they disagree on. And at this point, I don't fucking care anymore. It's like I don't. I
Well,
don't care
they're
to
on
know.
Zeke's
It's just
side, and Zeke
people are
is
against
no
other
more, pretty
people. They
much.
don't agree, and like Aaron's a fucking skeleton whale fish in the sky.
Yeah,
So
so
like, this is the
the
least of my concerns. I want to watch the Colossal Titans. It's like I don't give a shit.
the two sides are what Trav said. The people that supported Zeke,
Zeke's plan,
and
and
that
then
they
you
thought
had
they
the
were supporting Aaron, and then they had the Jaegerists who knew all along what Aaron's plan
yeah,
was.
because Floch brought them together. He prepared an army for him to take
And
over.
so like, but then Armin and Mikasa are like on neither of those sides.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
That's
they're
like a
not on either
whole
side.
other. There, so then there's like a whole other group.
very,
They're-
very,
they're-
very,
they're
very
all
small
on any
crew. But
sides.
no.
They're in the Survey Corps. What do you
Yeah.
mean?
It's the Scout Regiment.
Well, like the old military, pretty much. Before
Aren't they-
these
aren't
two
they-
new
aren't
factions
they
came
called
in.
the Survey Corps?
I don't know.
I thought it was the Scout Regiment.
That's the faction.
Survey Corps is like the fucking Legends Arceus.
Hey, shout out to that. You know, speaking of snooze fests.
Mitch, are you kidding me?
Oh, okay. I know it's in that, but I'm pretty sure in season 1 when they went out on their their mission,
Scouts.
they were
Yeah, their faction's called the
Scout
Scouts.
Regiment.
I think I don't know. Maybe Survey Corps is like the military itself, and the three different
No.
factions are different. But I don't remember the names of
You
everything.
mean
here.
maybe when they started going beyond the walls?
Yes,
Like all
that's
the
what I'm-
walls?
yeah.
That's
Well,
the
maybe,
Scout
but I thought it
Regiment.
was just always the Scouts. I thought it was always.
Yeah, I don't know. It's really pointless right now
Yeah,
because
honestly, who gives a shit.
because the old military and the scouts they're so
Don't
minor
exist
in
anymore.
terms of this like political fight between the Jaegerists and the black coat individuals, so yeah, Floch executes people, yada yada yada. Jean, is slowly or slightly got manipulated, but it looks like he kind of realized he's kind of betting on the wrong horse maybe, or kind of going against his morals a bit, so maybe he'll snap out of that. And then we see a scene with Falco riding with Connie.
It's the Scout Regiment, Garrison, and Military Police.
Garrison. I don't know what the fuck I don't know. I was Attack on Titan is just so fucking confusing.
That's what
And
I'm saying.
Scouts are what
Too many
pretty much do
characters
everything
now.
outside the walls.
Well, it's just
Like, so-
this is like the first time we've really talked about it, because it's pretty much at season 2 onwards it's only mattered about the scouts. The
Yeah,
military police didn't really matter too much, aside from like helping catch Annie and stuff, but it's pretty much just been a scout show the most of this series. So Mitch, you wanted to mention something about the whole Connie Falco, like
Why was that so emotional, and why did they play the outro over that scene? I was like, something gonna happen. Like I thought they were building up for Connie to turn around and go back to Shigasha and like bring Falco back.
yeah, it looks like he hesitates
like-
a little bit.
I was like, why are they making this so emotional? Like, well, why is the ending playing over this scene? Why is the scene so special? Like, it's the ending.
Yeah, that's an interesting point. As for like why it was more emotional, or they put extra attention into it. Well, Falco was passed out when he abducted him, right? So he's kind of abusing the situation. Falco's very vulnerable. He doesn't know what's going on. He's kind of leading a sheep or whatever animal to get slaughtered, and
Mm-hmm.
he's ignorant of everything that's happening. He can maybe sense something's wrong, but he can't quite put his finger on it, and so that's just kind of the situation we're put in, just seeing all this happen. We know what's going on,
Well,
but
yeah,
not-
Falco kind of recognizes Connie a little bit, but he's hoping Connie doesn't know him. So he's kind of betting on that horse. He's like, hey, I got amnesia. I don't know where the F's going on, you know? And he's just like, hey, I love that Connie's helping me out and stuff, but I got to break free and I have to get back to Reiner and Gabby. And I have to see if Colt's okay, you know?
yeah. Like, hey, we need to head towards like the sunset, go in that direction. He's like, no, 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 it's fine. We're gonna get past them
Just
all.
take it a little shortcut.
Yeah.
But, you
We
know,
also forgot to talk about the scene. It's kind of a minuscule scene, but I think it's gonna be important later. How the Eldians and Marley who heard Eren are trying to tell the Marley government like, hey, the rumbling's happening. They're like, oh no, it's not. Get back to your little hole in the ground.
bad.
So.
I mean,
Yeah, that's Annie's dad, right?
Yeah.
so he's
I didn't
probably
know that was
dead.
Annie's dad at first, but like they kept showing him, and
It
eventually
makes
kind of
sense
like,
now. Yeah.
Yeah, either he's dead or he fought against the Marlians. And maybe they broke free or something, and maybe they can spread the news out, but they already have like a blimp going back there.
Yeah,
So-
all their blimps going back.
Yeah, so,
Like
I
3 or
mean-
4.
Yeah, I mean, by the time those airships make it back, I'm sure the rumbling will be right around the corner, so it'd probably be a little too late for them to warn Marley. So maybe the Eldians, maybe the Eldians can warn Marley beforehand, and I don't know, maybe get some
Speaking-
force set up for him. I don't really know.
Speaking of like the everyone kind of acting out and Marley, what about, I don't know if you guys mentioned it, I could have tuned it out, but there was like that altercation happening in the Tross district. Like you had the people supporting what Eren did, and he sacrificed all the people. Wall crumbled, innocent people died, but it was a sacrifice for the many.
Eldia. Yeah.
And so now there's like this civil unrest, civil war type of thing that might happen.
Yeah.
Sasageo.
Saga.
Yeah,
I
a
think
lot of
that-
innocent people in the walls.
Saga.
You know, a lot of innocent people within the walls died because the walls literally crumbled all over the place, and obviously Aaron's to blame for that, for activating the rumbling, and just have two sides. One's that favor Aaron's choice, and wants them to crush all our enemies, so they don't have to worry, they can live free. And you have the other ones that are just like, hey man, my
My
dog,
son died."
my dog's still dead. You know, that's fucked up.
It's fucked up. I think that part of the reason why, they decided to show Connie and Falco over top of the ending rather than giving us the typical ending then is because of the very last thing that we got to see with Peak, right? That's the
Yeah,
Cart Titan,
Cart
Peak,
Titan.
and whoever the hell the commander's name is.
yeah,
And 2 more
Hanj.
returning characters that I was very
Oh.
happy to see.
Hanjin, yeah.
yeah.
Hanj and Levi. Or
Yeah,
just
and
some
Banches.
guy who can't die.
Some guy who refuses to die. I was like, oh, cool, Levi's back.
Yeah.
Well, he's not going to be able to do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got fucked
well,
up.
I mean, he's also not going to be allowed to die in a very unceremonious fashion like that.
Oh, how did Peak control the Cart Titan as she was out of it?
She was still connected to it.
She was still
Kinda
connected.
in,
She just
kinda
Like
got
she was.
her-
I feel
Yeah,
like
I
I've
know.
seen that before, but that's kind of weird.
Yeah. I
I
don't
don't know,
know.
because
It's like when you're doing a sock puppet, you can do a little bit, but not as much stuff.
I don't know what you're doing with your sock puppets.
I don't know what the fuck. Yeah.
They're gonna go
you
lamp
talking
on your hand.
Okay, yeah, fine. You know what? The analogy didn't land. Whatever.
Like playing a sock puppet.
I 100%
Yeah,
understood
maybe-
what you were talking about, Josh. I'm just going with the bet here. So you're a doofus.
First time I've talked like 5 minutes. Fuck me then. I guess. Fine, smile.
Hey, how's the traffic out there tonight, Josh?
Really quiet.
Oh, that's good. Good thing
You
you're not
must
taking
move the
advantage
traffic
of
over to
it.
me because we got the freaking
Yep.
sirens going off like crazy over here.
You're welcome.
Well, I
We
mean,
gotta do predictions.
well, I wanted to mention too. It's like they probably showed like the scene of them talking. Obviously, have some emotional weight, I guess, to it. But at the same time, they probably try to cram so much like discussion and politics into this episode where they're like, oh fuck, we have to roll the credits. Okay, let's just throw this shit in front of it and have a nice looking credit scene. It looked good.
Also,
It looks really good.
If they ran the regular ending, you wouldn't have expected then to see like the stuff with Hanji. You would have just expected
probably
to
skip
see
right
the
past
typical,
it.
like the number slate and the preview for the next episode. Yeah, I would have just closed the episode. I wouldn't have even seen that.
Oh yeah. Well, ever since starting this podcast, I've definitely been watching all the like after credit stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Not that it ever really comes into discussion, but now we had predictions. What's going to happen next? My guess is that we're going to see more fucking Titans walking.
Walking. They're walking.
They're walking. Beware.
Walking.
They're coming for you. You know.
What do you think is going to happen to Connie?
Hopefully he dies.
I feel like they're giving him a
Armin's
lot
gonna-
of screen
Armin's
time
gonna
right
kill him.
here.
He's going to transform into Colossus and kill him. There you go. Boom. Blow him up and his mother.
I feel like
Falco.
Connie's gonna die for some reason. They're
I
giving
do
him
too.
all this screen time. They're finally giving him a personality. It's kind of ominous. I feel like he's getting too thirsty with the position he's in.
I don't think he's gonna die. I think he's gonna get to his mom's mouth. I think he's about to throw Falco in, and then he's gonna stop. And then Armin's gonna come, and he's gonna be like, Armin, I'm sorry. I don't know what I was thinking.
Sorry, I wasted all this
Or
time.
Falco's gonna win him over.
Or
by being such a
transforms.
genuine kid. Like, because Falco's like the only like genuinely good person in the show.
Or what's actually gonna happen is that they're gonna get there. Connie's about to feed Falco somehow. He either knocks him out or he's like has him restrained, dropping him into his mother's mouth. And Gabby shows up with Armin. She pulls
The
out that
anti-Titan
fucking
rifle.
artillery.
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna say Gabby kills Connie like
Oh
she killed
my
Sasha at the beginning. It'd be a full
God.
circle.
Yeah.
Gun. Decapitated Aaron.
Jesus.
It's like she keeps taking names.
Yeah.
He's a
I
piece
can't
of-
say for certain what's going to happen to Connie, but I think I can say with certainty that his mom is not going to eat Falco.
No, there's
I
no
don't think
shot.
that's going to happen. There's no shot.
Why you don't want a a MILF running around as a Titan shifter?
As interesting as that might be, I don't think it's going to happen.
We got Beak to quench everyone's thirst for that.
Yeah, but
Not
she's
right.
not a
Armin's-
MILF, bro. What do you mean? We got Aaron's, giant skeleton.
Wailord.
Hell
We've
yeah.
got Aaron's thick board.
And minus 2 thumbs.
No, what I think is gonna happen. I think Connie's gonna. He's not gonna die. I think Falco's gonna change. I think Falco will be the one that eventually changes his mind. But like I said, he's gonna get right to the precipice of doing it, and then he's gonna be like, I can't kill this kid. This kid is an innocent kid. Doesn't deserve to die.
He's gonna remember what his mom thought
Yeah.
of him. Like he's gonna protect all the innocent people.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna say this kid's innocent.
You're gonna do the
Come on.
right thing! And as soon as, like, that vision goes away, a bullet goes through him, and it's from Gabby reloading that fucking thing, taking
Yeah,
off her
and then-
MLG cap and shit.
And then his mom is actually gonna be eating Connie instead.
Good shit.
I mean, that would be super sad, though, wouldn't it be? As if, like,
Bye, Connie.
he
Bye-bye.
hesitates and he doesn't want to
wouldn't be
feed
a
Falco,
shit.
and then his mom eats him instead. That would be so freaking sad. But
wouldn't
that
get-
would be
I'd be like-
that would be very Attack on Titan to just be like, yeah, fuck you.
I would
Yeah.
not give a shit. I'd be like, oh, Connie's dead. Alright,
Bye-bye.
Keep moving.
Bye,
But I
Connie.
don't care about Connie at all.
Yeah, I feel like he's just wasting a lot of time right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I,
I was
uh,
interested to kind of see like where they were gonna go with him, and then after this happened, I'm like, he's stupid. Like I don't know why he's doing all this crap.
I still can't decide if I think Armin is gonna end up killing Eren finally or Mikasa. I think I don't see a way Eren makes it out of the season. Unless Eren just wins and then everyone dies. But I don't. If our good guys win, I don't see a way Eren makes it out alive. And I think it would be more poetic for Armin to kill him, because I feel like Armin's love is more real for him because he's not being forced to love him like Mikasa is. You know what I mean? Like Mikasa is brainwashed into loving him. What are you smiling at, Chad? What?
It's a deeper love. They got
I mean-
bullshit.
So okay, so Aaron right now he's all spine, right?
Wait,
He's
tell
all
me, why the
spine-
fuck was I getting
no, no,
made
no,
fun?
no.
What the fuck was I getting made
No,
fun
listen.
of for?
Wait. Just listen.
Yeah,
I'll
why?
explain.
What are you gonna make fun of him for?
Aaron is all spine right now, right? He's spine, ribs, whatever. You said that Levi can legit just go and suck the spine.
You
So,
gonna suck him dry.
so maybe Levi ends Aaron for all we know.
You're assuming he still
Yeah.
has a mouth underneath those bandages.
Why you
Yeah.
bullying me? You fucking bitch, why you bullying me? Why you bullying me?
And
Oh,
you're also
okay.
assuming that Levi's gonna wake up at the end of the series.
I want to rewind. Why the fuck were you laughing at me, Trev?
What do you mean? Armin's got
Why
a
were you
deeper
laughing at
love
me?
than him and Mikasa.
Yeah, because Armin actually chooses to love him. Mikasa's like, I'm a freaking Ackerman. I have to love you because you told me to. I'm conditioned to love you.
So you think Mikasa's love is just based on her blood?
No, but I think she actually had love for him. But like once she got love, like I don't know. It's unless Aaron was just completely lying and like about the Ackerman shit. Unless he was just lying to her.
Mm.
But yeah, I think it'd be more poetic if Armin was the one to kill him.
I don't know. My prediction for the next episode is nothing's going to happen. And we're going to see more Titans walking around. And then we're going to have that tear-filled argument between Connie and Armin. And then Gabby's going to shoot Connie, hopefully. And
Wait,
then
time
we
out.
just get
You
this
know what's
rolling.
gonna happen.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
I know how it ends.
No,
I don't
we
know.
don't.
I don't know the in-between.
Oh, you don't remember the.
I know how it ends. I know how the series ends. I don't know what the fuck happens right now and to the end.
Okay.
So I have no idea how this shit ends with Connie. Because if I did, I'd be happy right now because he's dead.
We might see what's happening in Marley after that cut when Annie's
we
dad
probably will. Yeah.
Oh my god, nothing's gonna happen this next episode.
It's gonna be another. It's gonna be another podcast like this where we're just gonna talk this episode stuff, dude.
Yeah.
What a waste of
We
30
did.
minutes.
We have been talking for almost an hour, so
Yeah,
all
Josh.
for us.
Yeah, Josh, freeze again for another couple minutes, please.
I got you, man.
Oh my god. Oh, well, you broke it. Josh, you broke it.
Said that you wanted this. You said that you wanted this.
Nope, I wanted you to freeze. Then we can look at you comedically.
So are we done talking about Attack on Titan then? Like we all wrapped up? You think? Anyone want to say any final thoughts about these last 2 episodes? No?
Yeah, stew on it. Think about
What's
it.
happening with? What's happening with? Did we say what's happening with Annie? So she's like riding off with Hitch.
She's on her
Right?
way to Shigashina.
She hitched a ride with Hitch.
Yeah.
And where? Thanks.
Goddamn, dude.
Catch a
She's
rat.
She's on her
I'm
way to
just waiting for,
Shigashina.
I'm waiting for the sirens to start blaring in the background. Now.
Yeah, they're gonna catch you for that fucking golden material there.
Yeah.
wanna
So
miss
I mean,
this.
I don't know. How important is Annie anymore? Is she even have any relevance anymore?
It seems like she kind of turned.
No, she's just going home. That's all she wants to do. So she could probably fucking die or some shit. I don't know.
How is she even gonna make it home?
I don't know.
Probably.
I don't know.
She's just gonna
She's gonna grab. She's gonna transform. Hang on for dear life.
Okay, so say
What?
that again, but you know,
Yeah.
try to not have your mic cut out.
Yeah. I think we just lost 3 subscribers because of that.
Thank you. You've been
said-
saved.
I said she's going to transform, grab onto one of the Titan's legs, and then just hitch a ride all the way back to Mars.
By that point, it's gonna be rubble.
Hopefully. Just wrap this shit up. I'm getting sick of all this politics and stuff. I just want to see more action again.
Wait, I want to say, Trav, have you decided on what we're watching?
It's a secret. It's a secret. For
That's
the
gonna be
outro.
in the outro.
So that means you'll
Oh,
have to
okay.
stay tuned and watch our next podcast.
Yeah,
You
'cause
won't
Demon
Or
want
you
Slayer-
know, just
Demon
wait for
Slayer's
the
over, so
just wait for the outro.
Demon Slayer's over, so we're doing a new one next week.
Mhm.
Oh.
Yeah. So we gotta do that now in the outro. All right, fucking end it. On the next episode of this episode, Trav, Mitch, Josh, and Yusuf discuss episodes 1 through 8 of Kermani High School. If you're not subscribed already, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss when any new content goes live. You can also catch us live at twitch.tv/DutchRe, where we record the podcast live every Monday night. And as always, thank you for watching. Now go away.